and positioning for professional and business growth. Before we proceed, let me take a brief moment for the introduction of my organization. SEMS Welfare Foundation is a not-for-profit organization which works in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, entrepreneurship, livelihood generation, employability, research, health, and many more. Next, a very warm welcome to our honorable speaker, Ms. Shweta Pandey, who is a certified life coach, author, public speaker, TV host, and a brand strategist. She has a creative bent of mind, holding a very rich work of experience of 24 years. It is a great honor to have you with us, ma'am. Now, over to you, ma'am.
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. And I'm seeing very young crowd, and I'm positive that there are a lot of people who are very committed actually for their professional or their entrepreneurial journey. So I would love to hear from you guys that what do you think about brand building? What is your take on it? So I would want some questions from you guys so that I can answer and clear those doubts or declare, the queries that you have in your mind. What do you think is the personal brand or the brand positioning, how important it is for you before I give you any jargon? Because my words are going to come from my own experience. I started my journey right after my 12th standard. So when we shifted from Himachal to Delhi, Delhi is my mother's city. So we only knew Delhi apart from Himachal and Punjab. So what we realized was that, this was the city wherein Delhi or Mumbai, wherein you can actually create your own identity. You don't have to be known by your family name or something that your family has been doing. So it offered great opportunities, and I took, I think, the best of those moments, and I worked hard on sharpening my skills, learning new things, and creating my own identity, which paid me in long run, big time. So if I may ask, are you guys more inclined towards doing jobs or doing business? If you can write it in the chat box, that would be really great. And I would really appreciate if I can see some faces, I don't want to be just talking to a screen wherein I really don't even know who am I talking to. So I'm only seeing Swati's face. Would you like to keep your cameras on, guys? There is no shooting happening. So don't worry, you don't have to look perfect. We are all perfect the way we are. Look at me, I was just doing my work and I just started my call just like that. That's the reason I became a coach. Hi, Mustafa. Finally, Mustafa. One person showed up the face. Mustafa, where are you from? Which city, which country?
Hello, mom. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Very good afternoon to you and all friends. And I am from Afghanistan, and currently I'm doing my master program in Gautam Buddha University, second semester.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Mustafa. I would want everyone to write it in the chat box.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mustafa, you too, please write it on the chat box, in the chat box, that whether you want, okay, who is this who wants job and to run business? That's Maylin. Maylin, you want to do both? Okay, but you have to start from one thing. So I'm assuming that you would like to start with the job and then go to business, because I don't think you would like to come back from business to job. Am I right?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Very good evening. I want everyone to write it in the chat box, because if all of you will start talking, I think Swati will keep me out of the room only then, because everybody will be talking.
I'm sorry if I
okay, Swati wants to run a business. Anand wants to do job and then business.
Okay.
Okay, nice to know. Hi,
Um,
Mylene. Mylene, what do you want to do
allow me
first?
to speak, ma'am. Am I audible or am
Yes,
I
you are.
audible?
You are.
Okay.
You are.
So, good evening once again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and to my fellow virtual friends. I am coming from Philippines, and as of now, I studying for my master's degree in public administration. But before um, before I end my employment, I am a private school teacher in senior high school in Notre Dame, and I am now currently studying because of I am thankful and grateful to be one of the scholar of the government of the Philippines. So I am the only one in our province, only
Mylene,
one
may
scholar.
I
So
ask you something? May I ask you something? Are you still living in Philippines or you're living in India?
no, I am living in Philippines, ma'am, but I am happy to be accepted as one of the participant of this webinar always. So I think this is my quite more than 15 webinars in.
Wow, lovely.
Yes,
Now, let me ask you, very interesting topic you have started. 15th webinar.
yes, ma'am.
Out of all those webinars, what has been your core reason to attend those webinars, if you may tell me?
Okay, the first thing that last time I keep scrolling on my Facebook, and then there's an ads, so inviting for
No, Mylene,
webinar.
Mylene, focus,
So
focus.
yes,
I
ma'am.
said, what is that
So the reason
one
why I
reason why you attend the webinars?
the reason why I attend webinar is number one is to receive certificate, which is one of the credentials. So in here in Philippines, in every applications, you have to um, show some certificates, legible certificates coming from different webinars, and also affiliation if you are going to work in different organizations. So a credit coming from different webinars for you, for them to identify you as the level of your intellect or something, what you have learned coming from different
So if I may comprehend it, why am I putting a time tab for you is because I want everyone to utilize this time and ask their questions. So we'll go with the short duration with all of you. So number one, I understand your reason is that you need to collect certain certificates,
and also
but
to learn them.
but to learn, yes, for you personally to learn, and by default you'll end up getting some credibility that you have attended, and you need the proof for your knowledge that you have acquired, right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And you want to do the job, and then eventually you want to run your business. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. So far, as of this moment, even I am attending with this seminar. I am doing my current business because
Ah,
I am a charcoal artist. So this is
okay.
my side hustle. So I
Okay.
am doing my job, and also I am doing my side hustle as
Wonderful. You know, I love people who do side hustles, because your side hustle can be your main source of income or name. Let me just give you a brief now. Name, fame, and money. When you put it all together, that's what make you as a brand. When you talk about a brand, let's talk about a consumer brand first. Something that you consume. It could be your burger, it could be your coffee, it could be your sports shoe, right? So among all the shops that you see, let's talk about sportswear or the shoes. You see outlets for Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Bata, Puma, multiple brands, right? It's like crazy. You have to pick up a shoe, just a walking shoe, and how crazy it can be now. But still, you decide, some people you'll find are very focused. They'll just go to one particular outlet because they're so sure For walking, this is my shoe. For running, this is my shoe. You know, if I have to compete or if I have to jog, that's my shoe. Same thing comes for your phones. Maybe your headphones. I'm looking at Mustafa. I'm like, I know how some people are very particular about even the headphones that they use, right? So what is it that attracts you to that name? Was it the fame? Was it the glitz and the glamour, all the advertisement or the packaging, the way they presented the product or their service? Is it something which attracted you? Or was it the name, the credibility, the record, past record, or the happy customers that that brand has brought in? Or it could be the price factor, that it is either suitable to your pocket or that is the only amount that you wanted to spend. It could be any of those factors or perhaps all of it together. Idea is to create the combined package which offers a very trustworthy, credible name with right amount of dose of fame. That means your presence, your online, offline presence, and your money. Money that people will pay you in return to the value that you're offering to them. That's what makes you a brand. Now, if you want to become a brand, which is a personal brand, that means you'll have to win the trust of people, and you can win the trust by offering quality. Offering quality, authentic word, authentic product or service consistently. Keep on delivering again and again and again. You can only improvise, you cannot go down. When you don't compromise, what you promise, you deliver. That's what will make you a good name, a credible name to reckon with. Once you have the name, you also need to create a fame. For example, Mylene, she has a side hustle. If it is a side hustle, that means she is getting some amount of money for that. Can she charge much bigger amount for the same work? The ones who say yes, please write it in the chat box. And the ones who feel like no, you know, there's a limit to it, right? No. Write it in the chat box. Mylene says yes. Of course, Mylene. Wonderful. Very good. She believes in what she does. Anybody else who would like to write? I don't see anyone writing. Oh my God, Apurva, Saxena, Twinkle, Jasmine, Sunita. So many people, and I still don't see anybody writing. Are you guys dozing off? Are you really, really present in the webinar? Can you guys please switch on your cameras? Otherwise, I'm not going to talk. Thank God, Flomi Salvejo has started his camera. I hope, or I don't know, maybe it's his picture. Okay, I see one more face, Sunita. Finally, yes, Dharmendra says yes. Swati says yes. Rahul says yes. Wonderful. All those people, beautiful people who are writing, please switch on your cameras. Am I looking so scary to you?
No, ma'am. You're looking very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. But I think these people are finding me scary enough so that they are not even switching off their cameras. Anant has come finally. Thank you so much. Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Sunita. I would love to see some more faces. Okay, so we'll continue. And no certificate. Please, Swati, don't give certificate to anyone who has not switched on the camera, at least not for this webinar. I am not going to give them the pro tips. Only people who have the cameras on. Yes, finally, Dharmendra showed up. He needs a certificate. So if you guys want a hack from me, I will take the email IDs of people only who are present, whom I can see. The face, not the picture, not the name. So I will send them a special gift. So decide whosoever wants a gift from me, and my gifts are very, very useful gifts. I just don't give toffees and the toys. Sorry, that's not me. Okay, so Mylene, let me give you a quick hack here. You have attended 15 webinars. How many people you have connected so far because of those webinars? Do you have any name or number?
Last time I attended also in
No,
Singapore.
no, don't give me last time, last to last time. Just in total, do you know
Okay.
20 people? Okay, do you know 20 people in your life who send your stuff? You can share your art with them. And this is what I do.
Mm. So
There are 20 people. Are there 20 people in your life who believe in you, in your work? If
I
not
think
20, if not 20.
75 of them, 75% of it.
No. Don't give me 25%, 50%. No. Just give me a number. 5, 10, 15, 20. How many people?
15.
10,
15.
15. Okay. Let's do it, guys. 15 people. Madeline, promise me you're going to implement this and tell me the result of it. Thank you, Rahul, for switching on your camera. Mylin, those 15 people, you are going to share your artwork with them and you are going to ask them for their picture and you're going to create a sketch for them.
Okay, so
First 15 people, can you do this like a service? Can you do that? You go to church, right?
can I share, ma'am, if you want? Allow me to share something if you want.
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay. So me as a teacher, I give my student, they are 59 of my student in classroom. I give my 59 charcoal portrait for free. And then I was surprised that some teachers get motivated coming from it, that I was able to give something to my student as way of their motivation, and also a ticket for
No.
them.
Motivation is what can I say? It's like I don't want to say anything here. Motivation, positivity, it's like cola. Okay, so it's as good as a pesticide. It's good to clean your flush, your toilets, nothing more than that. Okay, positivity, your motivation, it's very good for few seconds, for few minutes. It's a very good ego booster. Oh my God, I'm a very positive person. I am supercharged today. I'm going to change the world. You're not even switching on your camera. What world will you change? People came here to attend the webinar. People came here to learn something. But are they showing up for themselves? I am not going to create a portrait of anyone who is showing their face, right? But it is like showing up for yourself, saying that I committed to do something and I'm going to take an action, right? So now, before you attend any more webinar, and there is no end to learning, but there has to be an implementation of what you learned. Promise yourself, every time I attend something and I learn something, I'm going to implement that knowledge first before I attend any other webinar. 15 certificates are good enough, Mylene. Now do action. I'll tell you what is the difference between what you did and what you're going to do now. Now, when you make the portrait, maybe you just end up making 5 portraits, not even 15. Okay. You can tell them if they want, you offer the service, but let them choose. Thank you, Alvera. Let them choose if they want their portraits to be made, their sketches to be made. The ones who say yes twice, only make for them. The ones who say like, okay, please don't make it for them. Give gift to somebody who appreciates your gift, especially when it comes to art. Okay, so now what you're going to do, those 15 people, the primary object is that you're going to share what you have made, whosoever sketch you made, whatever product service that you made, share it with them and request them, can you share it with 5 connections, 5 friends, 5 clients of yours? Can you do that? 15 into 5. How good is your maths?
Okay.
How much is that? Let's go into the compound impact. How many of you know about the compound interest? Just raise your hands. Just raise your hands. No one knows? Rahul, Swati, Isha, Anand, Sunita, Dharmendra, Mustafa, no one knows about the compound interest? What? Where did you guys study? What happened to your maths teacher? Oh my God. Okay, finally Anand and Mustafa raised. Rahul, Swati is still thinking. Swati is like doing the karate chop now. Okay, compound impact, guys, in very simple language. 1 plus 1 is 2, but then 2 plus 2 is 4, then 4 plus 4 is 8. That's compound impact. Okay, same thing you can do for your work. Any talent that you have, share it with just 5 people, at least 5 people, 5 to 10 people. If you don't have in your life those 5 to 10 people who could do something for you, you need to do something in your life, man. Something is seriously wrong with your life. If you don't have those even 10 people around you who will support you unconditionally, there is something seriously wrong. You need to attend some other webinar. How to make friends, how to win hearts, how to really be likable or trustworthy. You need to work on yourself. I'm sure there is no one, at least in this webinar, who does not have more than 10 friends. So let's talk about your 15 number, Marilyn. From 15, you're going to take 5 references. Tell them, share it with your friends and share their contacts with you. You're not going to budge them. You're not going to call them. You're only going to send them a nice message that I am Mylene and I love doing this. Is something which I do as a hobby because I am very passionate about doing what I do. This is not my main work, but I am very sincerely doing this. I would love to hear from you if you would like to do a sketch of yours or your pet or your child. Whenever you get your sketch done, 1 sketch is given complimentary. Bang! What will happen? You will get at least 1 sale before you give a freebie. First, you gave freebie. What you gained? 5 contacts each. So 15 into 5. How much is that? Tell me. 45?
75.
Sorry? Anand?
75, ma'am.
75?
15 into 5.
75? Finally,
Yes, ma'am.
someone spoke. I am very happy. Thank you. From those 75 into 5, where are we going? This is going to be a crazy bubble. You don't need the bubbles of positivity or motivation. You need the bubbles of real implementation, the game changing. You build your name by showing the work that you have done. That's the proof. Now you get the fame, which is references, the referrals from those 5 or 10 or 15 people who believed in your work. Out of those, again, 5 and 5 and 5, and just follow the formula 5. That's it. 1 big punch, 1 strong punch you will create in your life. And sooner, before you even realize, your so-called side hustle is going to be your main work. It fits the same formula fits for any product, any service. Find something that you are naturally inclined towards. It could be writing. It could be, maybe you like to play guitar. Maybe you like to do wrestling, boxing, anything that you like, cooking, gardening, praying. How many of you think that people know even about Bible? Even Christians I'm talking about. I have a friend who is a Catholic Christian. He teaches Bible to further more Christians because a lot of people, they just read it or just do the formality and then they forget about it. He teaches them business lessons inspired from Bible, like how we teach a lot of business ideas inspired from Gita, right? We all have the life lessons from our own references. So it depends. So any skill that you have, if that is in relation to what you are naturally inclined, your natural talent, your skill set, now gain some experience out of it. Don't just keep on learning, gathering certificates, implement it. That becomes the foundation of your brand. So once you have created that first step towards building your brand, that is building your name first, you create your positioning. What is positioning? That what you are known for. That Mylin is a sketch artist and she's particularly good at drawing maybe babies, maybe pets, maybe, humans or objects or buildings, anything. Like you have the photographers, they're like wildlife photographers, they are like, portfolio photographers. So different niche. Go in depth of what you do. Go as micro as you can. Right? You might be a very good cook, but what is that one dish that you cook and people cannot resist? Be the king. If any one of you knows about Dal Bukhara, right? They made a name with what? Dal. The name, the brand, it became a brand, Dal Bukhara. Like same dal which almost everyone in North India eats. It's in every household you find it. But still, they created a brand out of it. And same North Indians, they go there and they eat Dal Bukhara, right? So anybody who has been to Iran, for example, or even Afghanistan, so they are so famous with their dry fruits, pistachio, or the blankets. I was surprised the embroidery which I saw in Iran was absolutely same. At least to layman, it will be same like what you see in Rajasthan. There was a difference, slight difference in the pattern. That's it. But to your regular eyes, it will be like absolutely same. So we all have our USPs. Once you learn how to combine your natural talent with your skill set and gain some experience from it, that is where you start building your brand. Now, whether you're working for an organization or you are running your own business, same formula fits to all. Now, whosoever wants the formula will have to switch on the camera. If no camera on, then no secrets coming from me. I'm sorry. Rajni Bora, you are the first one. Target. I'm going to target you all now. Saddam Ansari. Can I see your face, Rajni and Saddam? How can somebody whose name Supriya not show the face? I mean, I just can't understand. What's happening here, guys? Swati, you didn't tell me you're calling all the shy people here. How will you become a brand if you won't show your face? Okay. So you guys are not serious. Being a brand is, yes, Saddam, I can hear you. Please tell me.
Actually, when I travel करनी इसलिए मैं कैमरा ऑफ कर देती हूँ.
Sorry?
Actually, मैं travel करनी इसलिए कैमरा ऑफ कर देती हूँ.
अच्छा. ठीक है, आप ट्रैवल कर रही हैं तो गाड़ी आप तो नहीं चला रही है ना?
नहीं गाड़ी नहीं चला.
यदि आप गाड़ी नहीं चला रही है तो फिर तो आप कैमरा ऑन कर सकती हैं, पर चलिए कोई बात नहीं, आपका एक जेन्युइन पॉइंट है, हम आपको छोड़ देते हैं इस बार, आपको हम टिप्स दे देंगे. ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार. We don't see stars. Ashish Gupta. Oh my God. How will you guys become a brand? Okay. Brand means becoming a personality. Okay. A known figure. You could be an introvert. You may not talk, but at least you'll have to be seen. People will come and click your pictures. They'll ask for the selfies. They'll ask for the autograph. What will happen? You will say, no, talk to my name, talk to my picture. I don't show my face. I'm sorry. I'm too busy, like Apurva and plumbing. I don't show my face. God helps you. Okay, fine. You know, as we say, God helps the ones who help themselves. So let's talk to the faces which are showing here. Anybody has any question, please ask me. I'm more than happy to help you guys. I have more than 20 years of experience. I will just give you a brief. Right after my 12th standard, I decided that I want to study and I want it all. Okay, I didn't want to wait to, to do one step and then next. Okay, I wanted to cover, like I want to take the power leaps, which I call. But I wanted to study and to work. I started working in Standard Chartered Bank. Thank you, Dr. Supriya. So I started to work in Standard Chartered Bank as a summer trainee and also started to study. So my journey started like that, and that's how the love for sales happened. So I was given a phone set that time. I'm talking about a long time ago when there used to be landlines. They were mobiles, but those were like very, very expensive calls that time. So we used to take the phone and call up people. That was my first job. And they gave me a training, and I thought car loan department, that means I will be surrounded by cars. I wanted to be like, with somewhere around the cars, but there was no car. There were only posters of cars, beautiful, huge posters. They said, look at these posters, read specification and learn. That's the reality. The myth, I thought I will be among the cars. Reality, there was no car. There was only posters. So guys, whenever you think of something that, oh, this is how the life is going to be, life is going to serve you a platter of your choice, but in a totally different way. Okay. So be ready for that. That's when before you step out in the world of job, working in big companies, be ready to face the criticism, office politics, not so fair practices, not the things happening as per your choice. So it's all a part of life. That's how it happens. Same thing goes even in your business. You may have some projections. You may think this is what I have to offer, and people are going to come flooded and they're like, wow, Dr. Supriya is offering something. I must accept it. She's a doctor. She's going to treat me. And all 100 people who are visiting her today are going to get cured. It does not happen. Some of them will forget taking the medicine that she will suggest. Some of them will take it at the wrong time. Some may just forget about the dosage, may just take it, before breakfast, after breakfast, God knows what will they do. And then they will come back cribbing. She's not a good doctor. She couldn't treat me. No one likes to admit their own mistakes. Be ready for the criticism. It will happen. It's part of life. But what you can control is your consistency, your quality of work. Same thing I did from banks to I was like Mylene. I wanted to learn it all. So I was attending every training. I was attending every workshop, be it Tata throwing something or this Hyundai company entering in India. I was learning from all. Ended up quitting automobile industry altogether and joined hospitality. I took my hotel training, loved the work, and realized those were hardworking people who were absolutely
why they are coming in the Sajuda Kapdas and all bal.
Swati, you'll have to mute everyone. Thank you. So
Sorry.
no, that's okay. That's okay. It was good entertainment in between. So worked in hotel and realized these guys work so hard and they are so underpaid. And I don't like to work anywhere wherein I don't get worth of my time and my energy. But it was good learning experience, loved it, enjoyed it, moved, got married, moved to Dubai, worked there, fell in love with Dubai, fell in love with the concept of Dubai, that how an underdog can beat everyone in this world. Dubai, a country which is constantly criticized by their neighboring, their friends, their relatives, their own brothers, their own families, criticizing. Very good example. When you try and do something, who is your biggest and the first critic? Your own family, your own friends, your own relatives. You can't do it. Who are you, Dharmendra? You're talking about starting a business? Hello. First, go try and work for somebody else. You can't even work for somebody else. You can't even get 2 lakh rupees salary and you want to start a business. You will waste it all. Isha, what do you think? You're going to become a radio jockey just because you have a headset? You can talk, you think you can become a radio jockey? Forget it. Go get some certificates. Get more certificates than Mylin first. Then talk to me. Right? So the maximum criticism comes from the closest circle. They can either really, I won't say motivate you. They can really believe in you and suggest the right course in your life, or they are the ones who can pull you back. But before that, forget even before that, among all those people in this world, there is one person who pulls you back the most, and underestimates you the most. Can anyone guess? If anyone can guess and give me an answer, raise their hands. I'm going to give a special prize, the ones who get this question right. Okay, you guys, can you all get up? I hope no one is driving. Can you all get up? Get up from your seat. Anant, I will ask you, get up from your seat. Get up from your seat. Yes, Dharmendra, you too. Rahul, please. Get up. Okay, if I tell you to run on the spot, if I tell you to jog on the spot, in just 20 seconds, how many steps you think you can take? Please write it in the comment box first. I want it to be documented. All of you, right? I think I can take in 20 seconds, what? 80, 50. Okay, I'm just going to write. I will write it in the end. 20 steps in 20 seconds. Okay, Sunita, very good. Right. Anand says 18. Wow, so precise. Wonderful. Rahul says 30. Very good. Rahul is all ready now. 30. Mylin, I'm quite slow. 15. I seen 15. Isha 25. Koi 27 bhi bol do abhi. No. That's good. That's good. Wonderful. Okay, now that you have all documented it, let's start. So who will do the timing? Swati, you will do, or okay, no. Let me do the, I will have the clock. I am starting the stopwatch. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Come on, start. No one. Oh my God, you're supposed to do the jog. Hello. Oh my God, I'm the only one. I'm going to win. Rest everybody else is going. Hello. Oh my God. And stop. How many of you could actually count these steps? The ones who did the cheating part, who did not get up from their seat. I should penalize you guys. Mylin, did you jog? Yes or no? If you yes, no? Big time cheater. Don't give her any certificate. No more certification for her. Ban her from all the webinars. Circulate her picture. That no one should give a certificate. So the point which I am going to tell you is, the person who underestimates you the most is, point the finger towards yourself. All of you, especially the ones who did not even jog. That's you. One person who is constantly telling to yourself is, I am too slow. I cannot take more than 15 steps. So why even bother? I will not even jog. Forget. I have attended many webinars now. I don't need any more certification. Rahul said, what, 30? And eventually didn't even run. Didn't even take the effort, right? Same thing. How you do one thing is how you do everything in life. Remember that, guys. It's a fact. If you want, start noticing from today and see how you do everything in your life. If you won't show up at one place, one commitment you do not fulfill, you are most likely to not stay committed for your other things as well. If you are cheating your partner, you're going to cheat at your workplace as well. If you are staying committed, if you are being loyal, you will be loyal everywhere. People are saying they're same everywhere. If you're happy-go-lucky at home, you cannot have like, sad face at work and like all the brooding one and like, I'm like, who are you types? No. If you are that strict, if you are very disciplined in personal life, you will be disciplined even at work. That's how we are. That's how humans are. That's our inner engineering. So you are also wired. First, you will have to stop pulling yourself back. First, give that dose of those bullshit, which I call the motivation bubbles, to yourself. And also, there is something which is called truth, that I will take 30 steps, 15 steps, 25 steps, very nicely, everybody wrote. And the second truth of life is the bullshit stories that we tell ourselves. We all said we will do it, we've written it, now we don't need to do it. Voila. That's the bullshit story. That means we keep on feeding those lies to ourselves. I will do it when this thing happens. I will, prove my credibility once I have, God knows, 100 certificates. I will attend 100 webinars, learn everything, become the goddess and do nothing. Right? So who is stopping you from becoming a brand to reckon with? First is you, yourself. When you start believing in yourself, the world will believe in you. First, you become that diva. First, you become that God to yourself. That yes, I can do it. I know it. Even if I have to be the worst of the guitar player, I am going to play and get a proof that yes, whether I am good at it or not. I will record myself and I listen. If I faint, that means I should quit. Or perhaps I should improvise my skill if I really like it that much. Before you go out and launch or ask for that right position at workplace, or that big company should hire you or promote you or give you that salary or that position, prove it to yourself. Make yourself believe that yes, I am worth it. When you believe in yourself and you actually show up for the webinar that you registered, first thing is start the camera. Show up means show up. Imagine if I was taking this webinar with my camera on, off. How will you guys feel? This is called mock presence. It's not the real attendance. Someone else is attending on your behalf, right? It's like someone like Mylin attending the webinar, but making sketches, doing a side hustle, even while she's attending the webinar. That's okay, Mylin. I'm just having fun at your expense. I'm sure Mylin is going to connect with more than 5 people from today's webinar and going to send her sketches to them, including Swati Jan. Never leave a chance while you are at a place. if you are at some place where the interviews are happening, even if you have no plans to join the company, go attend the interview. Just go. Ask them to take your interview. You know why? Even when you give interview, you learn a lot. Anybody who wants to get hired for sure, and that too at your desired position, you should be eligible for that. Huh? Not like I'm going for the interview and I should be hired as a general manager. No, please. Practical. Anybody who wants to know the hack, switch on the camera, raise your hand. Okay, Anant, and Dharmendra sitting is here now. Anybody else? Mylene, I'm not taking your question. No, not till you attend, contact those 15 people. Then you come back to me. Swati, you can share my number, my email with her only when she shows you the proof that she has contacted 15 people. So first we'll start with Anant and then Dr. Supriya and then Swati. Anant, Swati, can you unmute Anant only?
Hello,
Sure.
ma'am.
Yes, Anant, please. Speak.
I want to get hired as a marketing manager,
Okay,
as a marketing intern. So
okay.
for that, I have to join. I have to attend lots of interviews.
Why? Who told you have to attend too many interviews? What have you done? Have you learned marketing? Have you studied
Ma'am,
marketing?
I'm still studying.
You're still
I'm
studying.
a college student.
Okay. So you're a college student. So in marketing, what is your niche?
I will pursue digital marketing.
Digital marketing. Okay. Have you done any projects? Or
Not yet, ma'am.
you are in
Not
which
yet.
standard? I mean, first year, second year, third
No,
year?
first year.
First year. Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. So you have total 3 years to
No,
finish
ma'am,
your
2 years.
masters. Are
4
you doing?
semesters.
Okay. Lovely. So during your bachelor degree, did you do any internship for digital marketing? Did you do any side hustle like Mylan?
No, ma'am, not yet.
So Anand, why
Earlier, I
would
was.
you hire yourself? You tell me. If okay, so the ideal candidate is you have to see if someone just like you came to you for the interview, will you hire that person? Yes or no? That's your first answer. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you are studying, so you have 2 years, as you said, with you. You have like forgotten about those first 3 years, or right from your school time, you could have done that, but no worries. Start from today. For digital marketing, start creating your online presence. But before you go online, create a system that what is it that you're going to teach others. First thing, catch hold of students who are willing to learn digital marketing. To test your skill, that how good you are at it, ask people, anybody who wants to learn digital marketing, I am taking 5 people. I'm giving this complimentary short course, 1 month, 3 months, whatever. Commit yourself and see, can you deliver? Can you actually perform the skill for which you want to get hired? Can you do it for 30 days?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
will you
Sure.
know? Then get people, teach them for 30 days. Now, what will happen? You know X and Y and Z. Those people maybe either know nothing or maybe they just know about X. They'll ask you a question about X, they'll ask you a question about Y, and they'll ask you a question about Z. So what will happen? One is one answer that you knew, one question that you knew. You may end up facing another question which you didn't know. Same thing happens when you join a company, your team, seniors or the subordinates end up asking you to do a job which you may not be aware of. Right?
Yes.
Happens when you go to a maths class, same maths formula, teacher asks you differently. Board exam, anybody remembers?
Yes, ma'am.
right? So same thing will happen even at work. Test yourself and start creating your footprints before you go for an interview. When you go for an interview, you should have your resume full of work, credibility. Certificate should be like a side hustle. ये तो साइड बाय साइड मिल गया, मास्टर्स तो हो गया, but main thing, a company, what do they want? They don't want freshers. No one wants freshers. They don't realize everybody studies and they are fresher at some point of time. Imagine when you go for an interview and they say like, we are not hiring freshers. You want to kill them. That how will we gain experience if you don't give us
Yes,
work,
ma'am.
right? So prepare yourself for the battle of life. The challenge that you will face, all those challenges, eliminate them one by one. Get experience, get credibility, get proof. All those people for whom, those first 5 people whom you are going to teach for free, after that, same formula which I gave Mylin, no freebies. Every student who enrolls will get an upgrade for free. Tell them one thing which is additional to that course with that you will teach them extra, for which they have not paid. Take testimonial from every person who has learned from you. Record it, video, or if you get the students like the ones I have here with the cameras off, the ones with the cameras on, take the video testimonial. The ones with the camera off, take the written testimonial. Something or other, you need some proof, right? That you have taught these many people. This is what you taught. This is what you know for sure. So you have the experience, you have the credibility, you also have the name and fame. You'll have, maybe by God's grace, till then, maybe you'll have your YouTube channel or Instagram or something to show your credibility. Before you go for an interview, there should be people calling you, can you please join our organization? That is how you get hired. That is how you get hired at the right place, desired position, and better salary than you would have expected. I have done it in my life. That is why I can say it डंके की चोट पे कि ऐसा होता है. Right? I hope it answers your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Dr.
Thank
Supriya.
you.
Thank you. Dr. Supriya, you need to unmute yourself, or someone needs to unmute you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening.
Nice to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Uh-huh.
switching on your camera. You were hiding your beautiful face for a long time.
No, ma'am. I just came from my work and I
That's
just
okay.
switched on.
Just pull your leg. I love to create some humor, some fun, so that I don't want to see very serious people like how I'm seeing a poor Saxena's picture.
Yes.
Yes, tell me, what do you want to know about getting hired?
Getting
Any question that
hired.
you have, or I should give you a tip?
Getting hired means I would like to get hired as an IAS officer.
Wow, that's something. Okay, fine. You know, 90% people who attempt for UPSC exam, who want to become an IAS or IPS officers, you know, where do they fail the most? Not the written test.
Interview.
Interview. So when you know where you can fall, okay, if it is going to rain and you know it, what will you do? You have to go to your work. What will you do? How will you go?
I will go by auto. It is just
Okay, auto stand is little far from your home. How will you travel from your home till the auto stand?
by walk only.
But you will drench, raining. What will you do?
I will carry umbrella with me.
Arey, wonderful. Everybody, can you clap for Dr. Supriya? Common sense, right? umbrella. So when you know it is going to rain, you know you need to equip yourself. So you have to identify your weaknesses. There are some people who are very good at their presentation with their vocals, with their vocabulary. So they know they will pass the interview. They are the ones who flunk in the written test because they pay less attention to the written examination because they think इसमें तो सब पास हो जाते हैं. Let the interview happen, then I will show them. Okay, and plus, even if you're good at something, you need to also know how to cover up your shortcomings. So when we are talking about the examination, which has the minimum number of seats with the maximum number of applicants, all the aspirants who are applying to become IAS, IPS officers, not all of them are going to get through. There is no sifarish happening. There is no bribe happening, nothing. It's totally, purely on your merits. And luck is only by the side of people who give their level best.
Hard work. Hard work.
Hard work without smart work is of no use. Only hard work, no smart work is like a donkey's work, and no one wants donkeys to be hired. Not for those positions.
Means I found out.
That means you need to prepare. That is why they say go to coaching center, get prepared first before you actually get to the level of interviews or even attempting. 4 attempts, the very first attempt will tell you your shortcomings. There are very few people, very few people who get hired or who get selected from during the very first attempt. Am I right? Very small percentage. So then what happens with the very first attempt? You also get to see where are you lacking. If you can cover those loopholes, good enough. If it doesn't break you, it's like sportsmanship. You will play, you'll give your best, you will all train very well, give your best. You still may end up losing the match because the other person played better than you. So remember, even if you are doing your best, there could be somebody else who is better than you is also delivering his or her best. So the smart player is who either has the consistency, the persistence, the resilience to stay in the game and also understand the game of the opponent. What do they want? What are the selection committee people are looking for? Okay.
Yes.
And if you think that, yes, you still have it in you, go for it. But if you realize that it's not your cup of tea, pull out right at the time, because there are a lot of people who do not leave it till they're totally broken. Do not let it kill your self-esteem, your self-worth. You did your level best, but maybe somebody else did better than you. That's it. That's it. It's not that you are less than anybody else, but that's it. Somebody else was better than you. That's it. So you have to be your best version. You will always end up using that knowledge somewhere else. My own cousin attempted twice. And after that, she said, you know what? Not happening. I am not going to sit here and try 4th times. And my friend's son got through in a very first attempt. Very first attempt. Very few people. She did not. But what she did, she applied for many other positions in the government exams because everything else was super easy after that. So she got through like 3 different positions. So all of a sudden, instead of being no one somewhere, she was like happening girl. Oh my God, she's getting through this also. She's getting through this also. The family was super happy. They forgot all the tuition fee that they had paid for 2 years for those coaching centers, right? So depends. And my friend was like sulking. He said, like, who gets through in the very first round? Try, attempt. You should have tried at least twice. I went through twice. Father is an IPS officer. So you have all those things. But end of the day, coming back to your point, give your level best. Don't rely only on hard work. IAS, UPSC exams are more about smart work rather than hard work. They don't want you to read books and give you the answers from books. They're going to ask questions which are absolutely out of the bookish syllabus. They're going to see your presence of mind. They're going to see how well you can think, how well you can actually capture the essence of those words that they're trying to ask. Right? Because you are going to hold, end of the day, the most prestigious position as well. Right?
Yes.
So you cannot be an extraordinary. I mean, you cannot be an ordinary person aspiring to hold an extraordinary position. I hope it answers your question.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who was? Yeah, Swati. Swati was next.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you wanted to ask me something.
Ma'am, I am a BBA student, undergraduate program of management course, and I want to hire for data analyst. That is analyzing position of a business, and I want to ask that if I want to run a side business also along with data analyst, as it is a next step after data analyst that I think a best step for me. So can you
That's
give
okay.
me
Why
tips?
not? Why not? Okay. Tell me something, Swati. What is it that you can do even if I wake you up, say 3 o'clock early morning, and I say, Swati, ja jeele apni zindagi. What do you want to do? One
Ma'am,
thing.
I wake up 4 a.m. actually.
Wonderful. No, I'm just citing an example. It's like even if I ask you in your dreams, even if you're like deep asleep, and I ask you, Swati, what are you going to do?
It
Something
does.
that can keep you really happy. It could be anything. Don't think logically. Just tell me right away. What is it that you can do any time of the day?
I will write poetry.
Poetry. That comes naturally to you. That is something which will keep you happy,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So now you see how many businesses can you do. One, you can be a poet, a poetess,
Yes,
right? Second, you can teach people how to write poetry.
yes, ma'am.
Depending upon the type of poetry that you do, you can be an expert or a mentor for that particular style of poetry. You can form a club for poets and get more people to join that forum and share the similar interest and slowly monetize it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Right? So this is not like a side hustle. You can absolutely run it parallelly. If something which is ideally your profession should be something which makes you happy. Happy
Yes, ma'am.
means like happy, because then you will never grudge about it. You will never feel sorry about it. You will give it your level best, so you will become successful in it.
Yes, ma'am. You are right.
Right? But then be really
Yes.
good at poetry. Write poetries. You can, once you have more than 100 poems or more than 200 poems, you can even publish your book. So you become an author.
Yes, ma'am. You are
Before
right.
you become an author, have at least 200 people in your book club, in your poetry club, the ones who will at least buy your book. Very first 200 books in first 2 hours, if you end up selling, you will become Amazon's best seller. Right? Like how I became the best seller of my book, A Mightier Pen. It's called A Mightier Pen. I wrote
Okay.
a book. I wrote a book on why one must write a book, because I did so many courses on book writing. I became a ghost writer. I wrote book for someone. Then I co-authored a book. It became bestseller. I said, okay, let me help people. I don't want people to waste their money and their time on learning how to write a book. Let me write a book on how to write a book. So instead of doing a course for 40,000, 20,000, whatever, what's the cost of the book? 399. So you 400 rupees, you get to know how to write, how to publish, how to market, how to monetize your book. Everything is written there.
Then I will really love to read your book.
Please do
And
that. Please do that.
I wrote 50 to 70 poetry as well and performed it in my college also. And I love to really like motivating poetry.
Again,
And that,
motivation. Oh my God. Okay, fine.
yes,
If you are really going to motivate people, find the specific type of people whom you're going to motivate. Are you going to motivate people who do not switch on their cameras while they are attending webinar? You need to know your audience. Okay. Are you going to motivate people who come on cameras? They come and go and come and go and don't speak. Are you going to motivate people who write their commitments and last moment they back out? They don't even do the task, like spot job. So
yeah.
what I'm trying to say is be specific, go micro in your niche. Identify the niche and then refine that niche. That means go micro in it. Who is going to listen to your poetry? Okay. Simple as that. When you will write, who will read that poetry? You have to know your audience.
The
When
person who
you, when you
interested.
organized this webinar, you knew whom to invite. That is how they came in.
Yes, ma'am. The person who is interested in this webinar and in
Thank
this
you,
topic.
Niji. I would also appreciate if you show your face. Thank you. Yes. So you knew whom to invite. That is how they came in.
Yes, ma'am.
Same way, for your own work, you have to know who is going to be your client. Hobby, when you start monetizing it, it becomes a business. And treat your business as a business, not as a hobby.
Okay.
So stop, don't, when you say side hustle means that's a hustle. That means you put your efforts, your time, your energy into it. You have to monetize it. If you do not monetize it, you are not justifying your own actions. That means you do not find it worthy enough to get paid.
Okay.
Even if you
Yes,
want
you are.
charity in life, start respecting money. Money is a tool. Money is not happiness. Money is a tool for you to get those mediums, those resources which can make you happy. If you want to go and travel, which will give you that experience, which will make you happy, start with something for which you need a tool called money. And to get that tool, you need some base. You need to deliver something to get that tool.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So start taking it seriously. If you think it is good enough, experiment it. What we say, market research. Publish your poem or make a group and see whether people actually like to listen to it. What kind of comments do they give? What is the feedback? Pay attention to the feedback and see what happens. All these things are already there on my YouTube channel. I've made several videos on all these things, how to monetize, how to, run your business, how to make it successful, what are the things which goes in it. So if you guys have time, especially the ones who do not show their face and the ones, thankfully, who have shown their face, anytime you want to get these kind of nuggets, you can watch my YouTube channel, subscribe it, press the bell icon so that you get the notification for every new video and get all this information for free on BNL Club. BNL stands for Brand Network Legacy. Coach Shweta also has a lot of videos on it, but Coach Shweta started as a channel which was primarily aiming at single parents and women or people who were struggling with their emotions. I started a movement called Meri Azadi, which was for the financial independence. But then who does not become financially free? Or even people who earn a lot end up losing money, fluctuations, like they earn, they lose, they earn, they lose. It happens. Why does it happen? It happens because of emotional imbalance. When your emotions are not in place, whether it is you pulling yourself back, your family, your friend circle, your work, anything, life happens. Life happens to all. But if something is pulling your emotions back, you will not become successful the way you should be. You'll be struggling every day. To come out of that emotional trap, there are techniques, there are ways. So I started that program for that. So in Coach Shweta channel, you will find mix and match of all the videos, that what you should be doing. But BNL Club is only aiming at business growth and business establishment. So watch few videos, you guys would know then, what is it that you are getting connected with. Free information, without cameras on, you can listen, you can watch.
Yes, ma'am. We will definitely watch them and subscribe to your channel also.
And whenever you are serious about, or anyone who here is serious about getting their businesses on, they can join BNL Club, or they can subscribe for the newsletters at least, so that you keep on getting those very highly valuable information that I share in my newsletters. I am very kind in sharing what I've learned. I am not like Mylin, attending all the webinars, getting the certificates, and still making the portrait while attending the webinar. Certificate to mil jayega, no problem. Anything else I can help you guys with? Anyone has any question, please raise your hand. Unfortunately, cameras off, cannot raise your hands. Thank you, Shorilu, but I would have really appreciated if you had shown me your face.
Guys, if anybody has any question, please ask it to the ma'am.
And definitely the ones who feel that I have shared something valuable with you, please go to Trustpilot, find BNL Club, or go on Google, find Coach Shweta, and give me nice testimonials. I don't want certificate like Mylene. No 15 certificates for me. Only 5 sentences or 2 lines of your takeaways. Don't write Shweta ma'am was very nice, this, that. No. No motivation, no positivity, nothing. Just write real words. What was your takeaway from today's workshop? What resonated with you? What did you take with you from this conversation for more than an hour? We are talking, we are laughing, I'm pulling your legs. But what did you learn? What is it that is going to stay with you? So please be kind enough and go on Google. You'll find Coach Shweta Pandey. Very easy to spot. I'm everywhere on social media. Do that. And any questions that you have, you can always write it to me. I don't know, Swati, do you share the email ID? Do you, how do, coachshweta.com is my website. You can always log in, you can register, you can, subscribe there. So then you're connected with me and you can always ask questions. I can be contacted, contact@coachshweta.com. You'll find it on my website. You can always send me the message, or that message that you write on my website comes instantly to me. And if I'm free at the same time, I usually reply instantly. I like to simplify life for people. Anybody who says, I don't know how to get a job, or I don't know how to start a business, how to make money in life, how to be happy, please send them to me. I have a fantastic formula which fits to all. I only know one thing, how to simplify life and how to make it prosper. Anything else? Otherwise, before Mylene starts making portrait of all of us, I hope, Mylene, you're not making our portrait. I've been to Philippines. I know all the roads. I'm telling you, in depth. My brother lived there for 2 years. He had a Filipino girlfriend. So I know it all. So beware. If you're making our portrait, do not try and sketch anyone who does not have the camera on. Never, never ever. Charge them double if they come to you. All right. Thank you, Dr. Rajni. Finally, even when you're traveling, you still kept your camera on. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Sunita Kumari ji. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, Dharmendra, Isha, Rahul, Mustafa, Dr. Supriya, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you so much, ma'am.
I believe any other question, you can always mail it to me. I'll be more than happy to answer those queries. Thank you, Shoril.
So I would like to thank you, Ms. Shweta Pandey, ma'am. It was a really wonderful session and informative as well. I really appreciate your efforts and hard work. It's a best session in my life, I would say. And I would like to thank all my audience also to grace this event with your presence and all the smiling faces. Thank you everyone who has given your valuable time to join this event.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Stay connected.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.